Well, hello there. My name is Brent Smith, and I'm the Common Constitutionalist. I'm the ticked-off Common Constitutionalist. You see, my website, thecommonconstitutionalist.com, has been down because of the server service that I have. Their server's been down since this past Saturday night. And so I haven't been able to load anything. I haven't been able to get on. I haven't been able to do a damn thing. And it's really ticking me off. So I figured I got to do something at least. So I'm just going to put a YouTube audio version of my WorldNet Daily exclusive article that posts at WorldNet Daily every weekend. And then basically I just, after it's done posting through the weekend, then I post it on my site on Monday mornings. And that's usually what people read on my site on Monday mornings if they haven't caught it at WorldNet Daily already. But since I haven't been able to load a freaking thing since last Saturday, I guess. I got to do something, so I'm just putting this out on YouTube and hoping for the best. Yeesh, what a just. And I am, let's just say, I'm not an IT guy, shall we say, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to call myself an IT moron, but yeah. So there you go. So the WorldNet Daily exclusive article that I was going to publish on my site, and I did publish at WorldNet Daily over the weekend, was hatred for Rush and leftist lack of decency. So I'll get to that right after this short break. Oi.
You are listening to The Common Constitutionalist, broadcasting from an undisclosed location, free from the prying eyes of establishment black helicopters.
All right, I am back. Let's get started, shall we? So, I write. This is so ridiculous. It's ticking me off, man. All right. Leftists proved once and for all what godless, unconscionable subhumans they were. Now, the above statement used to be considered by many as hyperbole, but no more. At the State of the Union, the SOTU speech, the Democrats and their mindless devotees showed the entire nation the true color of their collective soul, and it's blacker than the darkest night. Everyone on the left is whining that Trump didn't shake Speaker Pelosi's hand during the SOTU. Well, first, neither did he shake Vice President Pence's hand, and second, watching the encounter, it's likely that the president didn't realize old Nancy's hand was extended toward him. And it's not like the stunt Nancy pulled tearing up the transcript of Trump's SOTU speech was payback for the non-handshake. This sucker was planned ahead of time and even calculated as to how many sheets of paper the old fossil could tear at a time. These Democrats, the champions of diversity and people of color, couldn't even stand for the little black girl who received a scholarship to escape her dead-end government school. But, of course, they wouldn't applaud that, as they're wholly owned by the leftist teachers' unions. Now, that's almost as bad as it got, but not quite. The worst behavior was reserved for conservative icon Rush Limbaugh, who just a day earlier announced that he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, which, because of its tendency to rapidly metastasize, currently has a 5-year survival rate of less than 10%. Now, many on the right have a habit of making fun of leftists, calling them a variety of names that are less than flattering, as demonstrated by my fossil comment. We call Adam Schiff bug-eyed, pencil neck, etc., pick on Pelosi's constantly slipping dentures. Now, I'm not even sure she has dentures, but that's kind of beside the point. But there's one thing we don't do, at least the reasonable right. Of course, there are dirtbags on both sides, the right and the left. But we don't cross the line of decency. Conservatives may poke fun at or call leftists names, but we don't wish them ill, and certainly don't intend them physical harm. The same cannot be said of the radical left. They regularly excogitate misfortune, disease, and death on anyone whom they merely disagree. But it seems they save the most vile wishes for the most public and effective conservatives among us, radio legend Rush Limbaugh. I'm going to take a quick break, be right back to explain exactly what was said about Rush Limbaugh, and it ain't pretty. But what does one expect? Be right back.
You're listening to The Common Constitutionalist. Let the truth be known.
Okay, I'm back. Let's continue, shall we? Over the past 3 decades, Rush has been synonymous with conservatism. Along with Ronald Reagan, Rush could be considered the father of modern-day conservatism. And one could argue that most of today's conservative thinkers and talkers wouldn't even be here if not for Limbaugh. For decades, the leftists attempted to paint Limbaugh as a racist. But there's a problem with this claim. See, Rush's right-hand man for almost his entire national radio career is his call screener, producer, and engineer, Bo Snerdley. His actual name's James Golden. Rush considers him a member of his family and has treated him as a son. Oh, and he's black. During the reign of Obama, Snerdley's own tagline, if you will, was the, quote, African-American in good standing and certified black enough to criticize Obama guy, unquote. Of course, it's doubtful that many leftists know this fun fact, as it is never mentioned on CNN or Media Matters or MoveOn.org propaganda sites. But being called a racist is old hat for most real conservatives. It simply doesn't bother us any longer. We know it's the go-to epithet when brainless leftists run out of talking points to regurgitate. However, it's one thing to call someone something inane. It's quite another to wish death upon him or her. Unfortunately, I could fill a book with hateful comments about Rush. Instead, I just picked a few gems from the highbrow left. And I'm purposely leaving out the names of these geniuses. They don't deserve further recognition. Here's one. Quote, hey, remember Trump and McCain? F. Limbaugh. Well, they didn't say F. Limbaugh, but you know what I mean. Hope he dies. Enough with this we go high S. Unquote. And he didn't say S. You know, Shiite. How's that? Ha ha ha. And here's another one. Quote, I will hold a party to celebrate when Rush Limbaugh begins exploring the past tense. It will please me to think of him being able to watch in hell as we turn that American empire into a socialist democracy and erase his name from history. Godspeed to hell, you hypocritical F. And again, he didn't say F. And guess what? This dude, the guy that just said this, is running for Congress in Texas, of all places. There's a public servant you want to get behind, eh? Yeah, sure. Another beaut. Quote, if this kills Rush, then give him a state funeral, listen to this, so that every willing American can have a chance to pay their respects by kicking his corpse as hard as they can. It's only fitting that this cancer upon the world should be stricken by it, unquote. Wow. Highbrow, sure. Intellectual, enlightened left, right. Here's another one. I'm so sorry for lung cancer. No one deserves Rush Limbaugh, unquote. Oh, how pithy and intelligent. Wow. But, however, I will make one attribution exception in this case. A tweet from the meathead, Rob Reiner. What a tool. Quote, only one thing to say about Rush Limbaugh getting a Presidential Medal of Freedom at the State of the Union. I loathe this effing man, unquote. And, of course, the meathead didn't say effing. There you go. I'm not sure I've heard such vile, hateful rhetoric aimed at a cancer-stricken man. Although I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, the left, they've just gone completely off the rails. So nobody should be surprised by this nonsense. If this bunch were alive way back when, they too would surely have chosen Barabbas over Jesus and celebrated it nonetheless. And that's all I've got. This is Brent Smith. I'm the Common Constitutionalist, and this has been my WorldNet a daily exclusive that I'm not even sure that I'm supposed to be doing this, but tough beans. See ya.